Yeah, this is actually, we're calling it, it's not just best Shack Battle game. We're calling this the Shack Battle Game of the Year. It's a new award here at Shacknews. We're going to be turning 25 years old next year. And
that's a big deal.
A lot of us on the Shack play games together. There have been a lot of Quake Shack battles. There have been Team Fortress 2 Shack battles. There
are still Team Fortress 2 Shack battles.
That's correct. There have been Battlefield Shack battles. There's Bad Company 2 Shack battles. We've had Shack battles where Valve played against the Shack. We've had devs come in and play against us. I think I even did a Duke Nukem Shack battle one time. But we were looking at it this year, and I think this year was like kind of a revival of Shack battles because everyone was stuck at home. We were all doing our best to socially distance. And this game kind of really from, I wouldn't say out of nowhere, because when we had given this game awards previously for Quietest Lobby, I believe, because that's an award that we give where we wish there were more people playing an online multiplayer game. So the game we're talking about is Wreckfest.
Two sons of bitches, you pink and purple.
God damn it,
no! You hit me in the middle of the loop! God damn it!
We've had weekly Shack battles every week since March in this game.
Oh, I've got 17% health or 8% health already.
I tipped over.
Oh, 3.
And actually, it's twice a week. There's a Wednesday night crew, and then there's a Saturday night crew. I haven't seen a game played this much on the Shack since Rocket League. So I think it deserved an award this year. But if anyone has any other Shack Battle games they want to nominate, by all means. And then I'll veto you.
I'm not going to object to Wreckfest. It was so much fun, and I think that was one of our first staff stimulus games, and that's still like probably one of the best team building exercises we've ever had. God, that was so much fun.
I think playing kart with the staff and playing Wreckfest with the staff you're right, Ozzy. They're very good team building exercises, but there's beef that lasts for months.
Yeah, Wreckfest is incredibly fun, especially those Shack battles. They're such a good time playing with those guys.
And you can fit 24 people in a server, and for months the server was full. Like you couldn't even get in if you didn't show up there at like 8:45 or 8:50 for the 9 p.m. Shack battle. So yeah, I know that we've had like Counter-Strike or Team Fortress Shack battles this year, but the most consistent Shack battle of the year was probably Wreckfest. So we're gonna give Wreckfest an award.
Watching Asif shit talk after he gets knocked out the first 30 seconds of the race. He's like, I didn't want to play, and he just kind of like.
No, I mean, like, when you're me and you're playing with a bunch of Shackers, you have like a giant bullseye on your car.
Wall and spin out, or
I got him.
And it's hard for me to even make it through a race most of the time.
Can you paint a bullseye on your car? Because that'd be cool.
I really could. I actually could in the game. But yeah, no, what I actually started doing was armoring up my vehicle, Ozzy. So like you can take an A-class car and then put all of this armor on it down to like a C or a B class, but you're less likely to die. So that's what I've been doing. And I can survive sometimes, but yeah, I think Wreckfest is awesome. I love racing games. I think this game, I know that Krabs probably thinks some of the flat out games were better just because of different options in them, but for what Wreckfest is, I think it's really an excellent game. It runs extremely well. It allows for dedicated servers, which is a huge deal for Shack battles, because like you can't really get more than 8 or 4 people into a lot of online multiplayer games these days. To be able to get 24 people into a game, it's pretty awesome. And also to have a game that our entire staff could jump in and play. was also pretty great. Obviously, it needs a couple things like a spectate mode, but there's ways around that. And yeah, you can go look at I think several Shackers, Troz or Stimpy Boy, like that have posted highlight reels. Even our own Twitch weekly highlight stream video, whatever. There've been a lot of Wreckfest highlights in there. We've done stimulus games in it with the staff and the community. It's been great. Wreckfest is a great game. I'm happy to see it find some sort of an audience this year.
Who hit me? No! Oh, you're gonna get it.
Dude,
There are
Wreckfest.
so many emotions that occur when you're in a first to third place spot, and then everyone destroys you, and suddenly you're out of the race.
Beware of corner boners.
You know, and like the level design of that game sets up for stuff like that, TJ. Like, you know, there's these there'll be these intersections in the level where someone in first is going to be crossing someone who's maybe in 10th and doesn't really give a fuck. So I think that's always
I think that's
exciting.
happened to us more than once, where we
That track-
somebody in 10th would try and like hit someone first head on.
You
Yeah.
also
That
have to
track-
factor in that Greg is probably driving the wrong way on the track 75%.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Correct me more than once. When I was like,
Like you
first
just
or
see
second.
Greg pass you and you're like,
Yeah, Greg definitely plays to take me out whenever we're in the same game together. It's pretty funny.
What?
Oh god, green everywhere.
What happened? What just happened?
You nailed Nix while you were coming down.
Oh, next.
The track
Like,
where
or
it's
if I'm
like
being
two-
lapped, I try to like take the other like the guy who's in first. I try to just ruin his day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that's part of the meta that's really fun actually. Is like you can be really bad at that game and still be like an agent of chaos and still affect the outcome.
The track that's got two bow ties on the end, and then the center lane where you can either go for the jump or stay in the ditches.
Hellride.
It turns everybody into a potential Greg.
Dude,
Not going well. Hi guys, how's it going? Hey,
I feel like you're pointed in a weird direction.
remember it was like a boss fight or something where it was like everyone versus like.
It was me and Tom, and everyone else was in like go-karts.
And
Yeah.
Tom like barely scraped by.
Yeah.
Like he was the last man standing with like just that amount of health.
It was outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a
Hellride has
fantastic
been
experience.
TJ both the level Blake and TJ are talking about is Hellride.
Yeah.
That's been like the bane of my
Hellride.
existence.
Hellride is a monster.
There's
I
also
love
Deathloop. It's got some amazing levels. Like
Yeah, it
I
does.
think some of the best racing levels out there right now. I love Wreckfest. It's great.
And it's got demolition mode. Like there's like the
Mhm.
the
Yeah, if you want to
demolition
play like a
derbies.
deathmatch kind of demolition derby style gameplay, it is there. I actually don't like that as much, but it's like fun to do. I remember in
I
our
enjoy
staff
it.
Shack battle, we like did all buses. Like there's some really good ways to play that game.
The Winnebago's on loop de loop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is the most ridiculous like racing experience you can have, really.
You know, a recent
And Tom
patch-
never
yeah.
takes the loop. He always cheats, never takes it. Tom
No,
Dilly
that's
always
not true.
avoids it.
You skip? Just the first one, and it made all the difference in the world. He has half his health. Just the first one. Just the first one.
There are certain people that like to avoid the loop.
like every bot in the game. I think it's kind of funny when you see like the AI that's like, nope, like turns left. But yeah, no, it's great. If you haven't played it, you should play it. We play every Wednesday. You can find a thread on the Shacknews chatty about it. There's been multiple Cortex articles posted about it. Yeah, it's just it's you know, like how Among Us had its like come up years after it released. In a lot smaller scale, I think Wreckfest has had a nice little come up in 2020.
At least with us, anyway.
Yeah, within our own community. But you know, I think even Giant Bomb was streaming it a few times. Like, it's been more visible than in previous years. and I think that's a good thing. We're happy to have Wreckfest in our lives, and as someone who desperately wants an online F-Zero experience, this is the closest I'm gonna get for now. So, without any objections, we're gonna move on. So this is it. Wreckfest is our first ever Shackbattle Game of the Year 2020.
Oh, I had no idea what the hell happened.
I have 7 health points left.